And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the final race of the regular season before the chase begins. This is race 15 of the Snickers Cup Series, coming to you live from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. 45 laps of racing between a 42-car field, and folks, I think this is probably going to be one of the most exciting races we've had all season due to the fact that we have 11 drivers we're going to be watching during the course of this race, 6 of which could fall out of the top 10 standings, and 5 of which could mathematically move their way into the top 10 standings for the chase for the Snickers Cup Series Championship. These are the drivers we're going to be watching. Drivers that right now are able to be, are mathematically able to fall out of the top 10 standings are 4th place Patrick Murphy, 5th place John Dillon, 6th place Jared Crocious, 7th place Anthony McCurry, 8th place Vincent Marsh, 9th place Arnold Columbia, and 10th place John Worry. Drivers that can mathematically move in to the top 10 standings are 11th place Timmy Pacioli, 12th place Evan Nugent, Nick Eggleston in 13th, James McLeod in 14th, and 15th in the standings, and our pole sitter for today's race, Matthew Rodriguez. So, very interesting that the guy that mathematically has the furthest chance from getting into the chase is started on the pole, and the guy that has the most possible mathematical chance of falling out of the top 10 is starting on the outside of the front row. Very strange, very ironic, and also very cool. But this is the way it looks as far as numbers go. 4th place, actually it's a tie for 4th between Patrick Murphy, John Dillon, and Jared Crocious. They each have 349 points apiece. They are only 10 points ahead of 10th place in the standings, John Worry. Now, John Worry, who is 10th place in the standings, he is only a total of 18 points ahead of 15th place Matthew Rodriguez. So that's just how close it is. As a matter of fact, it is only 28 points separating 4th place in the standings from 15th place in the standings. And it's even closer than that. From 4th to 14th, it's actually down to only 18 points separating there. So it is mighty, mighty close, and we're going to be watching those drivers now. Probably the driver that has the least to worry about if he falls out of the top 10 in the standings would have to be Arnold Columbia, who is 9th in the standings. He has 2 wins to fall back on, tying him for the most this season with Alex Lozano. Lozano and Columbia, looks like that both of them are going to be the 2 to transfer their way into the 11th and 12th place spots. However, it may possibly be that a driver that is outside of the top 10 in the standings could pick up his second career win here today. Driver that is eligible for that would be somebody such as Timmy Pacioli or Evan Nugent, who are 11th and 12th in the standings right now. Alright, here's the starting lineup for today's race. Matthew Rodriguez alongside of John Worry. Jake Berg will line up beside of Jack Nathan. Nathan actually is the driver that is clinched into the championship chase this year. Anthony McCurry will line up alongside of Arnold Columbia. Both of them in the top 10 right now. Easily could fall out. Noah Cars will line up alongside of Adam Chambers. He is clinched into the chase now, mathematically. John Dillon, there's another of those drivers that could fall out easily. He's lined up alongside of Joshua Courier. Timmy Pacioli trying to race his way into the chase. Will start alongside of Robert Cruz. John Brace alongside Kenny McCurry, who has clinched his way into the chase this season. James McLeod, who's trying to race his way into the chase, into the top 10. And Jared Crocious, who comes in tied for 4th, trying to stay inside the top 10 in standings. Then it's going to be Jordan Hester alongside of Patrick Murphy, who also is mathematically eligible to fall out of the top 10 in the standings. Vincent Marsh, who could fall out of the top 10, starting alongside of Daniel Schwab. Shane Green, going to line up alongside of Ziggy Bain. Not certain why there's a car missing there. I'll see if I can find out if it'll show up here. There it is. Noel Stiller is actually our points leader. And he's going to start off on the outside of Jack Richards. Stiller is clinched into this season's chase. T.O. Bain going to line up alongside of Alex Lozano, who may make it into the chase due to his 2 wins this season. Devin Wilson alongside of James Bald. Christian James will line up alongside of Jacob Lawler. Evan Nugent trying to race his way in, line up alongside of Trent Whitney. Sean Galligan will line up alongside of Dougie Shears. Felix Harris beside Robert Bann. Nick Eggleston trying to, it looks like, yeah, I think he is mathematically out of, oh no he isn't, no, he's 13th in the standings. He could race his way in. He'll start alongside of Harold Columbia. Angel D'Souza alongside of Jacob Rodriguez. Emilio Navarrete, I believe that's the name, alongside of Jonathan Morris for this race. Okay, so that's the way these cars are going to line up. And at the end of 45 laps, we will find out what the chase is going to look like. Now, we do know that Jack Nathan is going to be making the chase. We also know that Ray Wilson, Jacob Cook, that they are going to be making the chase. And I think I've forgotten another person that's going to be making the chase. Trying to think of who it was. See, Jack Nathan, because he won the Pearl Harbor elimination race. Ray Wilson, Jacob Cook. They may be the three that made it in. We'll find out, though. Anyway, green flag is out for 45 laps of racing. Who's going to make the chase? Who may fall out? What's it going to look like at the end of this race? And look at this. Just like that, it's going to go 3 wide for the lead. Jake Berg down to the inside. Oh, I think Noah Cars got turned there. Back there. Don't know if a caution's out or not, as Jake Berg continues to battle to the inside of Matthew Rodriguez for the lead, and the caution is indeed out. Oh! Nathan in the wall! John Dillon flips upside down! Evan Nugent is involved. Oh, so is Robert Cruz, Sean Galligan, James Bald, Alex Lozano. Oh, there's a wreck back up further up here. Oh, look at this. Backed up here. Oh, wow. Everybody just kind of crunched together. There's Kenny McCrory, second in the standings. And there's the car I saw flipped over, but he's continuing on. That's John Dillon. And Dillon came in tied for 4th, but he could mathematically fall out of the championship hunt if he retires from this race. And Jake Berg is the leader under caution. Let's see what happened. Okay, caution flag came out. Not for the spinning Noah Cars machine, because he ended up straightening it out, continuing on. He went 4 wide here. Joshua Courier, Robert Cruz, John Brace, and James McLeod. And Kenny McCurry got turned further back there by Jared Crocious, but there you see the wreck occur there with Kenny McCurry blocking traffic. Robert Cruz comes down. He's going to pound that inside safer barrier. John Brace, James McLeod back there. I think Christian James pounded that inside safer barrier. That's not an easy hit. These are not safer barriers, actually. They're actually steel girders. There you see Sean Galligan turned. Emilio Navarrete gets involved. T.O. Bain heavily damaged in the front end of his Lowe's Impala. Kenny McCurry was involved. And the caution's out. Let's see what the damage looked like. But first we're going to go up and see what happened to John Dillon as he flipped on the front straightaway. Angel D'Souza was involved in that as well. There you see the 98. Okay, it looks like Jack Nathan and Arnold Columbia got together into the wall. Chambers is involved. John Dillon flips upside down. Look at Timmy Pacioli. He made some contact there, but he gets through. It's quite a few of our top runners in the standings there. Chambers, one of them. John Dillon, another. And we'll have to see if oh, Shane Green got nailed by James McLeod. I think that's what backed everybody else up here. Look at Nick Eggleston come into the picture, trying to slow down. Harold Columbia, Emilio Navarrete, they're all trying to slow down, miss everybody here. And that's what backed everything up for all these drivers. Let's see who's retired and set the live points according to who is retired and who's at the back of the field and whatnot. Alright, so the restart will begin here. There's Robert Cruz. He's running 40th, and he is on the tail end of the lead lap, I believe. Yes, he is. So he is not the leader. Jake Berg actually is the leader. John Dillon has not retired from this race. He is still in it. He's running back in the 39th position. This is the way they run, is the only cars that retired were Emilio Navarrete and T.O. Bain. Jake Berg leads. Matthew Rodriguez is second. Anthony McCurry is in third. John Worry fourth. Noah Cars is up to fifth. Arnold Columbia 6th, Joshua Courier 7th, Timmy Pacioli 8th, Jack Nathan 9th, 10th is Jordan Hesder, Vincent Marsh is 11th, John Brace 12th, 13th Daniel Schwab, 14th Adam Chambers, 15th Felix Harris, Noel Stiller 16th, 17th is Shane Green, Nick Eggleston 18th, 19th is Harold Columbia, and 20th is Christian James, 21st Robert Band, 22nd Jonathan Morris, 23rd is Devin Wilson, 24th Jared Crocious, Jacob Lawler 25th, 26th Dougie Shears, 27th is Kenny McCurry, Jacob Rodriguez 28th, 29th Ziggy Bain, Trent Whitney completes the top 30. Patrick Murphy is 31st, 32nd Angel D'Souza, Alex Lozano 33rd, 34th Sean Galligan, 35th James James Bald, Evan Nugent, 36th. 37th is James McLeod, Jack Richards, 38th. And 39th is John Dillon. Green flag is out. And there you see the damaged race car of Robert Cruz holding up everybody there. They're going to try and make their way around him. Jake Berg is the leader, actually. Robert Cruz was just on the tail end of the lead lap. He gets into Matthew Rodriguez, and they're in the fence. But they saved it, I think, as Anthony McCurry now tries to go to the inside line past Jake Berg and lead this race. And he will indeed, too, as we are still green here at New Hampshire. McCurry, by a car length, leads the way, and the caution is out. And the pace car is coming out, so we will be under caution. Shane Green is involved. There's Trent Whitney spinning on the front straightaway. And I think that's all that happened here. A solo car spin for Shane Green and one for Trent Whitney. Puts us under the caution flag once again. Anthony McCurry is the leader. Okay, here's what happened to Shane Green in the 21 car. He was actually a possible chase contender a few weeks ago, but bad luck has just plagued the 21. There you see, oh, Vincent Marsh got into him, and Marsh got contact there. And Robert Cruz was involved as well on the tail end of the lead lap. Actually, just been put a lap down. But Vincent Marsh involved there, and that's not good for him. There you see Trent Whitney bypassing there. Let's see what happened to him. Dougie Shears. Oh, Dougie tried to go underneath the slower car of Vincent Marsh. Just gets into Trent Whitney. Whitney, in turn, gets turned by Sean Galligan. And, oh, he hit that inside wall a ton. Someone spun further up, too. Who was it? Can't tell. There was smoke, though. But Trent Whitney spins, Shane Green spins, and... oh, John Dillon got a piece of that there. Boy, I don't know if that was enough contact for problems for John Dillon or not, but he did indeed get a piece of Trent Whitney there. Okay, so we'll get ready to restart on lap 11 of 45. Trent Whitney has retired as a result of that wreck. Here's the way they line up. Anthony McCurry leads. Jake Berg is second. John Worry is third. Arnold Columbia is up to fourth. Fifth is Timmy Pacioli. Sixth right now, Jordan Hester. Noah Carson seventh. Eighth, John Brace. Ninth, Matthew Rodriguez. 10th is Joshua Courier. Daniel Schwab is 11th. Adam Chambers is 12th. Felix Harris 13th. 14th is Noel Stiller. Jack Nathan is 15th. 16th is Nick Eggleston. 17th, Christian Janes. 18th is Robert Band. 19th is Jacob Lawler. And Devin Rilson runs in 20th. Few drivers that are trying to get inside the top 10 in standings. Timmy Pacioli, Evan Nugent, and Nick Eggleston putting together some pretty good runs. Nugent, actually, I'm trying to find out where he was running, back in 32nd position. Green flag back out. But Timmy Pacioli in line to maybe get into the chase. He was the points leader at one point in this thing. As they try to make it around Robert Cruz, and he spins. Cruz spins, and everybody trying to make their way by. Oh, Matthew Rodriguez is involved. Noah Carr's involved. Daniel Schwab, Eggleston, Harris. It's a major wreck here. Cars just piling in. Jacob Rodriguez, Robert Band. There's Crocious. John Dillon, Jacob Lawler, Galligan, Janes, Eggleston, Rodriguez, Wilson, Murphy. Fourth in the standings. Shears, Harris, Schwab, Crocious, Dillon, Morris, Ball, D'Souza. Nugent is involved. Oh my. This is not good for any of those drivers, as we will look back and see why we're under the caution flag, and this could really shake up the point standings as far as who's getting into the chase and who isn't. Well, there's so much to take in here. We got to take it from the helicopter view. Right there, you see them four wide. That's the lap car of Shane Green, the 21. Then the 14 of Robert Cruz gets turned right in front of Jordan Hester. And as Robert Cruz is spinning, you see Hester come up, and he clips John Worry. Noah Cars gets into the fence there. Daniel Schwab, Felix Harris is involved. Noel Stiller tries to make it by. Nick Eggleston tries to make it by. Matthew Rodriguez is spinning. And then just watch all these cars. Find yourself and see if you get through this. I don't think anybody did. Kenny McCurry was involved. Angel D'Souza was involved. Alex Lozano may have made it by. I don't know for certain. Vincent Marsh just gets Jack Nathan. Just look at these cars. They just fly right into each other. There's nowhere to go. Watch John Dillon right into Jacob Lawler. Jonathan Morris right into John Dillon. Nobody made it through that, with maybe the exception of Alex Lozano, who I think... Nope, he didn't. He and Kenny McCurry wrecked up in that further turn. Ziggy Bain also got some damage. Wow, that was a huge wreck. That must have involved at least 2/3 of that field right there. Alright, we are not ready to go into the restart, but we're gonna go restarting in 2 laps. But these are the drivers that are out of the race. Dougie Shears will retire in 24th. 25th, Jacob Rodriguez. Jack Richards is out. Nick Eggleston will not make the chase. He was 13th in the standings. He will finish in 27th, so he will not make the chase. In danger of falling out of the chase is Patrick Murphy. He's 29th. Just to have him, Robert Band retires in 28th. Matthew Rodriguez, he will not make the chase as he retires in 30th. Out of the race are also the cars of Noah Cars and Daniel Schwab, 31st, 32nd. Jared Crocious, 33rd. He, just like Patrick Murphy, could fall out of the top 10 in the standings if somebody else gets a better finish. John Dillon out of the race in 34th. And then you've got Felix Harris, Jacob Lawler, Sean Galligan, Harold Columbia, Robert Cruz, Trent Whitney, all retiring from the race. Now, here's the way that the situation is. The drivers that we're looking at that could possibly still make it in are Timmy Pacioli and Evan Nugent. In order for them to make it in, right now, the car we're looking at is John Dillon. John Dillon would have to be, let's see, he is 10 points ahead of Timmy Pacioli, 12 ahead of Evan Nugent. In order for Timmy Pacioli to make it in, he would have to be running at least 23rd, and Evan Nugent would have to be running at least 21st. Let's see if they're doing that. Pacioli has to be running at least 24th, and he is running in 3rd. Evan Nugent has to be running at least 21st, and he is 21st exactly. However, John Worry is ahead of him, so that is a problem for Evan Nugent. Timmy Pacioli would be the driver to transfer in right now. John Dillon mathematically could fall out. However, Patrick Murphy, let's see where Patrick Murphy is in the running order here, as he is retired. He retires in 29th, which means that, let's see, 29th and 12 points back. Evan Nugent will have to finish this race in 16th or better. Green flag back out for Anthony McCurry pacing this field. McCurry could easily, if he leads the way for up until I think around lap 30, he could clinch himself a spot into the chase this season. He would join his younger brother Kenny, and the yellow lights are once again on as McCurry will lead Jake Berg down here. Let's see who's involved. Oh, John Worry in that 10th position in the standings. That's a critical spot. Oh, there goes Jordan Hester spinning around there in the backstretch. Oh, and Christian James is involved as well. Oh, and here comes John Worry. Woohoo, that was close. But we're under the caution. Let's see what happened to John Worry.